welcome. How you doing? Yo, what's up? How's your mind? How is you? What's popping, you all? What's up? Okay. It's the 14th day of the month of October 2025. You know, I always say after some very important dates in the month of October, my year 2025 has officially ended. And I mean it. I'm just waiting for like 2 more dates. And after those 2 dates, boom! I'm in 2026 already, and I don't know about you. My name is Denise Dennis Worlu, and as always, I'm excited to share this space with you, having philosophical, ethical, and thought-provoking discussions. And today will not be any different. But today there is a plus, as with every other day. You stand a chance to win 25,000 naira on my show, if and only if you purchase your ticket on One Play, which qualifies you to enter today's One Play draw. So if you haven't entered today's One Play draw, it means you haven't bought your ticket. And to buy your ticket is very simple. With just 500 naira, you get on the website www.oneplay.ng. That's the number 1. Then play.ng. You select Nigeria Info 92.3 and then you buy your ticket. You can also use the USSD code *347 *880 *6#. That is *347 *880 *6# and purchase your ticket. And you're on your way to win 25,000 naira today and also get on the jackpot draw happening on Friday, where you stand a chance to win 75,000 naira and 50,000 naira. And it's going to be a bigger draw because we are carrying over the Friday draws into this one. Someone says, Didito, you didn't add Worlu, one of Nigeria Info. I they pay me low. Welcome. I'm Chiagos. Okay, my name is Denise Dennis Worlu, one and only on 92.3 Nigeria Info FM. Any other Denise doesn't come close. Yes, I don't mean to brag, but you know what I mean, right? All right, let's get down to serious business. And when I say serious business, it is because every day, why you think the job of what we do is pretty easy, you know, we are just talking. I tell you, in all honesty, it is not as it seems. Every day, myself and my colleagues, while we go about our normal businesses, our ears, our eyes, and our nostrils are at work. We have the eyes for news, we have the nose for news, we have the ears for news. So everything, we're commuting to and fro work, we're doing any other thing in the kitchen, we see something on TV, we see something on the road, we hear something, we read on the dailies. It is all part of the job that we do. So our job is not just the how many hours we spend on radio. No, it's not. It is 365, sometimes 366, even when we are on leave. Yes, I just had to put that out there. And this is why every now and then I come across crime stories. And you know the part that gets to me? The fact that someone committed a crime before, was caught and convicted, served a term, and then is released. That person gets back to society and commits another crime. It can't be like say they beat you when they beat him before. You know, it's your body. You go do him again. More like, you know, those days when our parents tell us, don't do this thing. If you do it, I'll teach you a very bitter lesson. And we say, yeah, and then boom, we do it. And then they beat us. And they will say the same thing. And before you know it, we are doing it again. And then they will not describe us as those that have coconut head. Well, in reality, we have criminals like that indeed have coconut head. But why then do they have coconut head? The conversation we're having today is repeat offender, repeat crime. Welcome to the sunny side. Reminder, in case you have forgotten, in this period of presidential pardons, shouldn't we also be bothered about repeat offenders and repeat crimes? The Rivers State Police Command says it has arrested the leader of a child trafficking syndicate, Blessing Jack. She's a woman, by the way, and several others. Police spokesperson Grace Iringekoko says operators attached to the C4I intelligence unit arrested the suspect on October 9th at Igrita in Ikwere local government area. Other suspects in custody include 30-year-old Chinonso Raymond, 32-year-old Chinyere Okorie, and 50-year-old Ikechi Wankwo. Blessing is accused of exploiting vulnerable young mothers, stealing and selling their newborn babies for profit. Have you seen the movie Baby Farm? I think you should go and see it. It's a mini series, by the way. In less than how many hours you should be done with all of the episodes. Yes, young girls who get pregnant, probably sent out of the house, and they're on the streets. These people go to them, probably offer them succor, offer them shelter, provide their needs, with an agreement that once this baby is born, we'll take this baby away from you. Sometimes they don't tell them that. They make them feel like, we are here to save you. We are your Messiah for the time being. And boom, they take the baby once the baby is born. Preliminary investigation showed she previously served 3 years in prison in Calabar for this same child trafficking. 3 years in Calabar before now. And she said, they don't know me for Calabar. Let me come and try my hands in Port Harcourt. And she moves down to Port Harcourt and she does the same thing. The police say all the suspects have confessed to the crime. That is, they did it. So before they are tried in court, there is evidence that they did it and they have confessed that they indeed did it. Now, given that Blessing Jack allegedly served 3 years in prison for child trafficking before being rearrested for the same offense, picture Blessing as every other criminal that have served a term, is released, and then goes back to commit the same crime. The armed robbers who have committed armed robbery before got arrested, got convicted, served the term, and then came out and still carried guns. The drug barons, the drug traffickers, the murderers, the list goes on and on. But since this story is centered around side trafficking, let us put it this way. What changes are necessary, especially within our justice and correctional systems? You know, before they used to be known as prisons. This time, correctional centers. What changes are necessary within our justice and correctional systems to ensure genuine rehabilitation and deterrence for serious crimes like the one in this story, child trafficking? Question number 2. Beyond law enforcement, what role should communities, families play in identifying and reporting child trafficking activities, and what support mechanisms are most needed to protect vulnerable young mothers from exploitation? Because you will agree with me, for this business to exist, I say it's a business for these people, year in, year out. If you sometimes overhear their phone calls, you think they are expecting one merchandise from China. No can spoil business for me. So let's say it's a business. For this business to have thrived this long, it only means that a lot of things have gone wrong to have enabled this business thrive. I don't even want to go into the part that there is an existing market, because business exists to meet a need. You see, those people that are patronizing them will come to them some other time It will bother on their conscience and all of that. A baby is handed over to you, and you're not asking questions as to how they got the baby. All you want is a baby for yourself. And you didn't think for once that you have deprived another mother of her baby, especially when she was not willing to let go, and you're willing to pay an amount for it. You people will come to you. But for the time being, beyond law enforcement, what roles should communities and families play in identifying and reporting child trafficking activities, and what support mechanisms are most needed to protect vulnerable young mothers from exploitation? Let's talk. 0817-923-0002. That is 0817-923-0002. We also have 0817-923-0003. Again, 0817-923-0003. The WhatsApp and Telegram number for your WhatsApp and Telegram messages is 0809-030-6416. On X, we're at Nigeria Info PH. And our Facebook page is Nigeria Info 90.3 PH. Go there, watch us live, and most importantly, be a part of the conversation by dropping your comments in the comment section. Nigeria Info, Zion is calling from GRA. Welcome, Zion. Let's talk.
Yeah, thank you. Good afternoon, Discord.
Good afternoon, Zion. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well.
Okay, talk to me.
From the correctional center, nothing should be done, and nothing can be done except the laws should be visited and be honored.
Okay.
The level of corruption in our correctional center, which I don't like calling it, what is going on there? Oh my goodness me. Some criminals prefer to stay there. You releasing them, they're coming out of the society. It's like you are bringing them to an ordinary and a boring environment. The sisters and their brother who are dedicating children that they have no father. They know. Your sister was never pregnant, anything. And she called you, we are going for our child dedication, and you join them. You are wicked. So these girls, my sister, it is the environment. No support from the family. Some of these girls voluntarily sell their kids. Voluntarily. One call on Omo Talk to a few weeks back now that somebody advised her to go sell it, which means the market is there. What about my first-hand experience? To go sell it, which means the market is there. What about my first-hand experience? These people will argue and give me the receipt of the money when I give you for this picking. I'm telling you. He said, no receipt. You must give me receipt. It happened here. And their CLOs are everywhere. Oh. Touching these vulnerable girls. So we get Bele, who could take care of you? Nobody. My woman, she go sell them.
Charles from Messeland. Welcome, Charles. Thank you so much for joining us.
Okay, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay. Baby, there is an Igbo adage that goes like this. Komere joyi omekwoso.
Yeah.
Do you know the meaning of that?
I have no idea.
Okay. If the one I do, calm down, I do again. Yes. There are people that are naturally born like that in kind. As soon as the one they have done is getting low, being settled, they will strike again. If they like to do them anything, they abuse is follow come. It's like the person was born with that kind of attitude and spirit. That is for that one. Then, baby, they say when a purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. Do you know up to this day, not just this administration, the presidency, the previous ones, and co, they have seen it as a ceremonial activities. Just go to the prison and release. I have not known the purpose of that action. Because there are some persons that, let's say, the recreational aspect of the prison might have worked on them, and change is possible. But there are huge tendency that these changes is not changing the people involved. That most of them, when they go out, they still go back to that their old crime, and even more smarter and more deadly than what they were before they were in prison.
Wow.
So the government should come out and tell us the purpose of those actions. Not going into details of the personalities to know the political influence, religious influence, electionary influence. All those things does not work. They should tell us the purpose of it. That is by the way. Then, in ameliorating the rate of child selling of children and all the awareness. Let me take you by your last word. You said it is a business now. Mm-hmm. So we need to get a lot of awareness down to that root to change their mindset, not to see it as business again. Even if they make it a crime, put it to go through any legislative process and make it a crime. You will see people that are willing to, they will commit it again and again. Thank you very much.
All right. BLB from Mbiama, thank you for joining the conversation.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Thank you for this good discussion. Let me begin by saying that everything is controlled by the spirit. The spirit that rules somebody determines what the person does at time. So, and how a good spirit and a bad spirit. But let me first of all address it on the physical level. Like we in Nigeria or Africa, sometimes we are not matured for what we advocate for or what we are doing. Like now, we'll call it correctional center. When you take somebody to correctional center, you don't leave the person there. Some people go to correctional center and learn more crime. But it's not practiced like that in Western world where they know. Correctional center is where people who can come to you, like they call it psychologists, or people who can advise you.
Have you hold on. Have you been to the Western world before to confirm this thing that you are saying?
I read.
You read, okay?
I read.
Because it's not a Nigerian thing to have repeat offenders. At least I have not been abroad, but I have seen some crime. There's some movies that are based on true life stories. I don't know if you get what I mean. Where you see the criminal leaves prison abroad and then goes back to commit another crime.
That's why I said it's spiritual. That's why I said, like Paul said in Romans, that which I don't want to do, I started doing it. And that which I don't want to do, that's what I want to do. I can't do it.
You find yourself doing, okay.
Yes, that's what I don't want to do. I see myself doing it. You now cry to who when I am, who can deliver him from this body of sin or bondage. You know, it's what we call it evil concupiscence that run with the bloodline, which is still targeted. When they say that your father is a crime-oriented person, a run in the family. But those days, people cannot just marry without knowing your bloodline, the family you come from. If they don't check those things again, that becomes spiritual. Then in abroad, all I'm talking about, sometimes when these people commit this crime, they bring them to crusade or men of God that have the power and allow them to hear messages or the power to touch them. So that they change. Sometimes they change. Some don't change. In Nigeria, don't do that. We live in the prison. Another thing again is that when crime is not punished, the heart of men are set to continue in that crime. The Christian says so. You see, Nigeria today, it's a business. As somebody says, it's a business. Have you been to hospital or clinics? It's even a kind of something that they can change your baby. If you kill for a man child and someone has a woman child.
Yeah, I know of that one as well.
Because when the woman is giving birth to baby, she don't have sense to know and give birth to a baby child, baby girl or baby boy. And that time she lying in that state trying to recover her strength, they swab the baby. I'm telling you, that's why we need CCTV that is running in all our government establishments or prisons. Sometimes two people in the prison warders do what's into them, they get them in the prison, they feed them, feed the baby, everything is business in Nigeria. No, why? Because crime is not punished. You know? See, people that can take crime, they have that confidence that I can bribe my way through. If you have your money. Now, who they catch for crime and the criminal? I'm telling you, there are some people that you don't leave them, don't grant them amnesty at all. because they have seen that they've done one, done two, the third one, and you are made to sign a kind of agreement that if I do this thing again, let me be sentenced by hanging. But yeah, it's not so. You just say, President, pardon. Somebody just go through, you come out for prison. Nothing you sign. Say, if I ever do this again, or report comes, I do this again, I'll be going for life imprisonment. Where did they sign? Somebody just come, it's a relation, or it's your party member, or this and that. It's your son to this father or politician, please grant him pardon, this and that. So that you bonded the person to another country or another state, the person continue what he's doing there because
doing the same thing. It's spiritual, according to B.O.B. It is spiritual. He said it. He made reference to scripture. The thing I want to do, I don't do. That which I don't want to do, that is the one I'm doing. Do you agree? 0817-923-0002 and 0817-923-0003. WhatsApp and Telegram number is 0809-030-6416. See, Denise, this problem is based on the personality and the system that is used to prosecute and correct the person. If the person is released from a correctional center, he or she should be monitored and maybe given a job so the person will not be idle, and in order to get busy to go into the same or another crime. Mind is a devil's workshop. I am God's power. People have been given legitimate things to do, but you see this other one that they are used to. It's quicker. The money telling me to go and do legitimate something when I know if I do this and do this, I'll just get like how many million in a matter of seconds. Good afternoon. Igrita, I think, is becoming a headquarter for selling babies, especially Omunwai community. If you can act like a stranger, ask 2 or 3 persons in that community. I'm sure they will give you names of so-called boys that engage in this act, and the girls are between the ages of 17 to 25 years old. May God help us. I remain anonymous. God will help us indeed. I'll continue to take calls, but we need to go on a break now. It's still the sunny side on 90.3 Nigeria Info, and we're still talking repeat offender, repeat crime. The questions I am asking as far as this conversation is concerned. Question number 1, what changes are necessary within our justice and correctional system to ensure genuine rehabilitation and deterrence for future crimes?
The show continues after this break.